All right, guys, welcome. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. I'm going to take this time on this video here. I actually need to break down what a hedge fund is and why we're doing this. You know, people ask me all the time, what is a short hedge fund? You're talking in these terms using short versus long, but you're not telling me what a short hedge fund is and why they're the enemy. I'm going to put it to you guys really simple, guys. A hedge fund, a shorting hedge fund, they're bullies. Okay, they manipulate the markets to have their outcome. Their only reason for existence is to destroy. They want to engineer the outcome. They want to get it to go in their way. It doesn't matter, right? They use PR. They use just lies across the board. You think about what they did on Friday. They manipulated the stock of AMC by front-running it. They pump it up in the pre-market to make you think it's going to go. And then they just sell it right underneath you. Everything they do is not illegal, though, right? So these are not illegal things. They're using psychology. They're manipulating people. Not so much as the market or the money. Yes, we know where the criminality is on GameStop. That's why we're in it. But when you look at across the board what these guys are capable of doing, you guys want to use the phrase, it's not ape versus ape. Rethink your war tactics. These guys are as much as apes as we are. They're as dumb as we are. Their greed exceeds their brains whatsoever. They want to put fear in you. They want the greed to be in you as well. They want to have you be so greedy that you want to make so much money that you're willing to pay whatever it takes to get in position for it. Be smart. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't hurt your family because you want to invest X, Y, and Z. You know, guys, be smart, guys. Don't be them. It doesn't take us to all YOLO. We can literally go one day at a time, $20 at a time. Just remember, when we're looking at this market, we're not talking about algorithms. We're not talking about TNA. Because that's not the way they play. They're not looking at technical analysis. They will hammer a stock. They're not going to sprinkle it down. They're going to cut you at the knees. They're murderers. We know that. That's how they became billionaires. But they're all in it together. You're not just facing one hedge fund. You know, when I looked into it and I dug a little deeper, I said, okay, Melvin Capital and all the printouts here is going to tell you Melvin Capital got helped out. They got a loan in January because they were over leveraged. They were 53% negative on their fund. But who gave them money? Who gave Melvin money? Citadel? Right? Ken Griffin? We know that. Steve Cohen? Why are we not talking about Steve Cohen in the same breath that we're talking about Ken Griffin? Steve Cohen's the biggest criminal out of everyone I've met that I've ever read about, I should say. I've never met the guy, right? I use the word met, though, because he owns the Mets. Yeah, he owns the Mets. He's a criminal. I better never see anyone cheering for these New York Mets. Steve Cohen got fined the most anyone's ever been fined in the stock market history. $1.8 billion for his SAC capital fund that he had. Insider trading. Gabriel Plunkin, the guy who runs Melvin Capital, insider trading under SAC, same thing. They're partners. That's why Steve Cohen goes and bails him out at $750 million in January, February. That's who these criminals are. Steve Cohen got banned for 2 years. You're telling me he couldn't do any trades with other people's money for 2 years? That's the price I have to pay to be a billionaire? Ooh, I can't do my job for 2 years, but I'll come back and I'll be a bigger criminal, you know, with his .72 or whatever it's called. I think that's what it's called. .72. That's his hedge fund. I can't remember everything. Know that they're criminals, guys. They're bullies. They manipulate the system. They destroy everything. They engineer their own outcomes. They do not care about anything, guys. And we need to fight them. And we're doing a great job at fighting them. All we're going to do is hold. You know, the other thing that these guys do, okay, is if you can figure out the numbers, that's one thing. But if you can explain them to your family, that's another. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is, hey, you know what? I can't do this. I can't communicate. I'm going to go give you this video, and you're going to push play, and these guys are going to tell you who these short sellers are and why we're doing this. They handle everything, guys. A short selling hedge fund handles the payment for order flow, right? Citadel Securities does 1 out of every 3 retail trades. So no matter who you're going through, I had to go check Fidelity today. I was like, who's running my trades? Thankfully, it wasn't Apex and it wasn't Citadel. So I'm happy with that. But once you understand who you're in bed with, the OCC, right? The Options Clearing Corporation. We look at all the options, all the orders in the money, out of the money. As you're looking across the whole board, understand that the fraud is beyond anything you can comprehend. These guys are doing more than what Reddit you know what's the difference between Reddit and what these guys are doing? I have the ability not to click on Reddit. I have the ability not to even read another poster's DD. These guys don't. These guys actually talk to each other daily. Here's what we're going to do together. Here's what we need to do to beat these guys. They are an ape in its own mindset. Those billionaires think like apes. And what I mean by that is they're not smart enough to get out of their own way. And neither are we. We're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And I don't mind. I will go face to face with a brick wall every time because I know the outcome. I know what's going to happen. We know what's going to happen. We just got to be strong the whole way through. Volume is so low on GameStop right now, guys. Keep doing what you're doing. When the volume gets back to the 90-day trend, did you know 90 days of GameStop trading was 20, 30 million a day? 20 million a day is our average on volume, and we're only doing 9 to 10 right now. Can you imagine if GameStop actually traded at its real price? Get jacked because it's coming. In 10 days, guys, we're going to have this shareholders meeting. We're going to have an announcement of what? A dividend, of a split, of a merger, something, right? Or we're not. And they're just going to say numbers. I don't care. I will stay here for a whole year, 2 years, 3 years. I'll see you in 10 years. But I'm holding, and I'm never giving up this fight because those bullies, they haven't been punched in the face yet. And that's what we're here to do. Good luck, guys. Keep holding.